9 reasons why a car makes a ticking sound in the engine while idling and how to fix them. Ever heard a steady tick coming from the engine while you're just sitting at a light? Maybe it speeds up a bit when you blip the throttle. Maybe it fades and then comes back when the car warms up. It's annoying, and it can be scary when you don't know what it means. The good news is most ticking sounds have clear causes, and you can track them down with a few simple checks. In this video, we'll go through 9 common reasons your engine ticks at idle and what to do about each one. I'll explain what the sound is telling you, how to confirm it, and the smartest fix so you don't waste money guessing. And hey, welcome to Auto V Fix, where we explain car problems in plain English so you can stay ahead of your repairs and keep more money in your pocket. Let's start with the most common cause: low oil or low oil pressure. Your engine needs a steady film of oil to cushion metal parts. When the level is low or the pressure drops, tight clearances in the top end get noisy. You hear a light tap from the valve train. It may get louder with a little throttle. First check is simple. Pull the dipstick on level ground with the engine off. If it's low, top up with the exact spec oil and recheck. If the oil looks dirty or smells burnt, change the oil in the filter. Use the right viscosity. If the level is correct but you still see a pressure warning or hear top end noise, you may have a clogged filter, a weak pump, or a wiring sensor issue. A shop can verify pressure with a mechanical gauge. Fixes here range from a basic service to an oil pump replacement. Prevention is routine oil changes on time and a quick level check every few weeks. Next up, an exhaust leak at the manifold. This one can sound exactly like a lifter tick. It's a sharp tick that's louder on cold start and under light load. As the manifold heats and expands, it can soften a bit, then return at idle. You can test it a few ways. With the engine cold, feel carefully around the manifold area for puffs, or spray a light mist of soapy water at the gasket seam and watch for bubbles. Some shops use a smoke machine. If you find the leak, replace the blown gasket, retorque loose fasteners, or replace a cracked manifold. This fix is straightforward but important. A leak here can skew oxygen sensor readings and hurt fuel economy. Now let's talk about lifters. Hydraulic lifters rely on oil pressure to take up clearance. When varnish or sludge sticks a lifter, it collapses and ticks. Often you'll hear it right after startup, then it fades as pressure builds. Sometimes it stays. First step is clean oil. If yours is overdue, change it and the filter. You can also try a detergent additive designed to free sticky lifters. If the tick remains, the lifter may be worn. At that point, you're looking at valve train work. That can be a single lifter job on some engines or a larger teardown on others. Regular oil changes with the correct viscosity keep lifters happy. Closely related is general valve train noise. Rocker arms, cam followers, and valves themselves can click when clearances are off or parts are worn. Some engines have adjustable lash. If yours does, a lash adjustment can quiet a tick instantly. The process is precise. Rotate the engine to the right position for each cylinder. Measure with a feeler gauge, set the gap to spec, and lock it down. Other engines use shim buckets or non-adjustable followers. In those cases, wear on cams or followers can create noise and require part replacement. Carbon buildup on valves can also cause light tapping and rough idle. A quality induction cleaning can help. If you're hearing a steady top-end tick that doesn't respond to oil service, get lash and cam surfaces inspected. Fuel injectors can tick too. This one is sneaky because the sound is normal to a point. Many injectors make a rhythmic click as they open and close. You'll hear it clearly with the hood up. The key is how loud it is and whether you also feel misfires. If the click is very loud, the idle is rough, or you have a check engine light, scan for codes. A misfire code tied to one cylinder can point to a lazy or clogged injector. Try a high-quality fuel system cleaner if the issue is mild. If the pattern is still uneven, have the injectors flow tested. Replace any that are out of spec. While you're there, inspect the seals and the fuel rail for leaks. Good fuel and periodic cleaner use keep injectors quiet and happy. Another common source is the purge valve from the EVAP system. It's a small valve that meters fuel vapors into the intake. It can make a fast, light tick that sounds like it's coming from the top of the engine. Quick test. With the engine idling, unplug the electrical connector on the purge valve. If the ticking stops, you found it. Plug it back in and replace the valve. It's usually an easy, low-cost part. You may set a temporary code when you unplug it. That's normal. Clear it after the repair. Timing chain or timing belt issues can also show up as ticking or light rattling. A stretched chain, worn guides, or a weak tensioner will rattle at startup and sometimes tick at idle. On belt engines, A worn belt or failing tensioner can make a rhythmic tap. If you hear a rattle on cold start that quiets after a second or two, pay attention. That's a classic sign of a weak chain tensioner bleeding down. Scan for timing correlation codes like PWCR 16, PWCR 18. If they're present, don't wait. The fix is mechanical. Replace the chain or belt, guides, and tensioner as a match set. Set timing marks exactly. On interference engines, late repairs can turn into bent valves. Keep oil at the proper level for hydraulic tensioners, and replace belts on schedule to prevent this one. Now for a serious one. Worn engine bearings or a rod knocking. This usually sounds deeper and heavier than a light tick, but early bearing wear can present as a faint tap that follows RPM. It gets worse with light throttle. If you hear a metallic knock from low in the block, don't drive it. Confirm oil pressure, cut the filter and check for metal, or send an oil sample. Sometimes a cracked flex plate on an automatic can mimic a bottom-end knock. That's checked at the bell housing. If it's true rod or main bearing wear, the fix is internal engine work. Bearings and possibly the crank need attention. Early oil changes and keeping oil pressure healthy are your best defense here. Clogged oil passages can create a top-end tick too. Sludge restricts flow to lifters and cam journals. The sound is a light, fast tap from the valve cover area. Oil pressure may look fine at the sensor while the top end starves. The first step is an oil and filter change with the correct viscosity. If the oil is very dark and thick, consider a gentle cleaning program recommended by your manufacturer or a trusted shop. Avoid harsh dump and run flushes on severely sludged engines. Chunks can break loose and block pickups. The long-term fix is consistent maintenance, so passages stay clear. Before we move on, one quick tip on isolating sounds. Use a length of hose as a stethoscope. Hold one end to your ear and move the other end around suspected areas. You'll hear the source get louder as you get close. Keep fingers and clothing clear of moving parts. Also note if the tick changes with engine speed or with vehicle speed. If it tracks road speed, think tires, CV axles, or driveline, not the engine. Let's bundle the fixes by effort so you can plan. Start with the fast wins. Check oil level. Top up if low. Change oil in the filter if it's due or looks tired. Use the exact spec. Listen for purge valve ticking and swap it if the unplugged test points to it. Look for obvious exhaust leaks at the manifold and replace gaskets or a cracked manifold. Add a quality fuel system cleaner if you suspect mild injector noise. Next level, scan the car. Any misfire, timing, or EVAP codes will narrow things down fast. If lifter noise persists after fresh oil, consider a detergent additive and a short recheck interval. If timing rattle is present, schedule a chain, belt, and tensioner service. If injectors are suspect after cleaning, have them flow tested and replace the bad ones. If a lash adjustment is part of your engine's maintenance, get it checked and set. Heavy repairs, bottom-end knocks, severe timing faults on interference engines, and major sludge require professional attention. Don't try to drive through those. It gets expensive quickly when metal spreads through the oiling system. A few extra pointers will save you time. If the tick is loud or cold and fades warm, think lifter bleed down, chain tensioner, or an exhaust leak that seals a bit with heat. If it's loud or warm, think low oil pressure at idle thin oil or worn clearances. If it changes or disappears when you shift to neutral, consider accessories or mounts. If it completely changes when you unplug the purge valve, replace it and move on. Let's close with a rapid-fire checklist you can use today. Oil level okay? Fix if not. Oil condition fair? Service it. Correct viscosity? Match the cap and manual. Exhaust seem quiet? Listen and check for leaks. Purge valve ticking? Unplug test and replace if confirmed. Injector noise normal or paired with misfire? Clean or test and replace. Timing quiet on cold start? If not, inspect chain or belt and tensioner. Any deep lower end knock? Park it and diagnose, don't risk it. Suspect sludge? Plan a careful cleaning strategy and maintain on time from now on. Do these in order and you'll either fix the tick outright or narrow it to a precise cause without throwing parts at the car. That's the goal. Clear diagnosis, smart repair, money saved. If this helped you pin down the noise you're chasing, hit the like button so more drivers can find it. Share it with a friend who keeps hearing a mysterious tick at idle. And if you want more car advice explained in plain English, subscribe to Auto V Fix so you're always one step ahead of your repairs and keeping more money in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.